No, I don't waste no time.
So all that's going to be a busy day today.
Stuff.
Just calls galore. That was mad, you know, that Benjamin got one of his accounts banned yesterday. So I messaged him just say, listen, you know, one of the ad accounts, because he's got like 5, hasn't he? One of the ad accounts is banned. You know, would you like me to appeal this? You know, is there anyone else active in this account? And he just said, oh, don't worry about it. We've got a Facebook rep, should be up in the morning. I was like, alright, fair enough then, you know, I'll leave it. There we go, so 2.3 ROAS with 185 purchases. Well, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to a new video. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Josh Untitled George, a social media marketing online coach, and this is going to be another little day in the life video for you guys now that I've basically moved to the centre of Amsterdam in my own apartment. I haven't really done any kind of vlog or anything like that, so I thought I'll film a little day in the life video again, show you guys what I've been up to, stuff like that, all that good stuff. And then this is not actually it's not going to be the house tour or anything like that. That will come in due time. This is just a bit of a raw footage type vlog. Got up at 7 this morning, as you can see from the B-roll that I'll probably put on top of this here. Went for a morning walk, listened to a podcast that is a bit of a staple in my routine. Always try and get up and out as quickly as possible just to wake up. I find it easier to wake up if I'm up and out right away. I don't like to go to the gym of a morning. I've tested out a few times. I've noticed that my energy is relatively low in the morning, and also I noticed that I'm very productive in the morning as well, whereas when you go to the gym, it doesn't really require a lot of mental capacity. So I actually like to go to the gym either just after the morning check-in, which is around 10 AM, or actually late in the evening. Those seem to be the best times for me. So like I said, as soon as I get up in the morning walk, listen to a podcast or an audiobook. Lately been listening to a lot of podcasts you know, on different topics. You know, some are self-improvement, some are just playing like football and entertainment. It depends what I'm in the mood for, but I always like to do at least something on the morning walk rather than listening to just music. So after the morning walk, came home, had a cup of coffee, and then from there basically got one deep work block in from 8 till 9, and then at 9 AM I had the morning check-in with the team, and then from there we basically just go through all of our clients' ad accounts, make sure everything is still up and running, make sure no ad accounts are banned, which in this case, as you probably heard from the call, one of the accounts is, but that should be up and running towards, you know, towards the end of the day basically. So that is all good. Other than that, I've got a few calls planned today, and also a live, or I'm going live in a coaching group, which is actually Ryan Wegner's coaching group, and we are doing a Facebook ad troubleshoot. So within the group, I basically help the group members, you know, with their Facebook ad campaigns, just like I do with my own coaching group as well. So that is what is in store for today, but I haven't had anything to eat just yet. So that is the first thing on the agenda now before hopping into work block number 2 is to get something to eat. Okay guys, so breakfast is done. Gotta say I feel much better now. I was extremely tired this morning, and to be fair, in terms of energy levels, I do feel like it is going to be one of those days where the energy levels are fairly low. And as I mentioned, you know, I got up at 7 AM today, which is fairly late for me. The latest I usually get up on the weekday is 6:45, so 6:45. I always try and get up at 6:30, and the goal actually for the next few weeks and months is to get up at 6 AM. And one thing that I have noticed, and one thing that I sort of want to give you guys in terms of advice, is that your morning routine actually starts the night before. So, you know, it's all you know, good and well that you set an alarm for 6 AM, that you, so for example, I use the Alarmy app, which actually requires me to scan a barcode. That's actually in the office, so I need to get out of bed, walk into the office, which is only the next room, but still, you know, I physically need to get up and get out of bed to switch off my alarm by scanning the barcode of basically just a small barcode that I've stuck on a little money box on my bookshelf. But it's all fun, and you know, like I said, it's all good and well to set up these systems in place to physically get me out of bed. But if I'm not productive during those morning hours, what's the point in getting up early, right? Like for me, it's not about getting up as early as possible. It's about, okay, how much output can I create during my day? How much can I get done? How many deep work blocks can I, you know, achieve within one day? And for me, like I said, I can get up at 6, but if I'm going to bed at midnight or 1 AM, then I'm going to be absolutely destroyed the day after, and you know, basically not get the work done that I want to get done, or it'll take me a much longer period of time to get things done. And we've all been there, right? We've all had those days where we just need to get stuff done. There's like 5 things on the to-do list that you really need to get done, but you are tired. Perhaps you're hungover, anything along those lines. FYI, I'm not hungover. Haven't had a drink in quite a while actually. But you know, we've all had those times, right? Where we, for example, we need to study for a test. We're in uni, we need to study for a test. We're hungover, and it takes us all day long to remember or to understand what we need to, you know, prepare for the test. Whereas if you are fresh and you've had a good night's sleep, and you know, you're clear in your head, it might only take you an hour. So what I highly suggest you guys do if you are trying to get up earlier is to make sure that you go to bed earlier as well. And basically what I do every evening, like I said, I failed yesterday, I went to bed at 12:30, but what I usually do is I set everything up as if I've got a very early airport run the next morning. So we've all had those very early flights in the morning, right, where you know, we pack our bags, we've got everything set up. All we need to do that morning is get up, get out of bed and head to the airport. You know, everything is ready to go. All we need to do is literally put on our clothes and go, because we've got that early flight to catch. With that same sort of state of mind, I go to bed in the evenings. So I set everything up so that all I need to do of the morning is get out of bed, switch off that alarm clock, and all than that, like everything is ready for me to start the day. So my coat, my you know, basically my coat, my jacket, my shoes, my AirPods are fully charged. Everything is ready and set up that all I need to do, even the coffee machine, my cup is already under the coffee machine the evening before. All I need to do is switch on that button for the coffee machine, and you know, while I'm waiting for the coffee machine to warm up and to basically, you know, create a cup of coffee for me, I'm getting ready, put my coat on, etc., and then I'm out the door within like 5 to 10 minutes. And that is basically how you need to set up the evening before. So make sure that everything is set up in such a way as if you are going out to get that, you know, early flight or that early airport run. But anyway, that's my little quick little, what was it, like 2-3 minute rant slash tip of the day. I'm going to get started on work block number 2, and then I'll see you guys in a bit. Yo, alles goed?
Ja.
Ja, prima man. Dus je hebt lekker doorgewerkt dit weekend, heel week 5 af. Right guys, so that is work block. No idea what number we're up to, but work block done, and then I had a meeting with Aaron Kaiser, who is a like I've probably mentioned a few times on this channel already, one of the best media buyers in terms of Facebook that I've ever come across. Like, the guy is literally next level when it comes to paid traffic. And we've basically just been discussing some Google ads and YouTube ad flows. So alongside, even despite the fact that, like I said, he's probably one of the best Facebook media buyers, he's actually now delving into YouTube and Google as well, and basically showing me some things that I've never seen before, and like I said, just like jaw-dropping stuff. And we've actually been doing some, just to basically give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek into some projects that we're working on. We've been doing some investments with regards to online courses to see what the market is actually producing. So I've had it a few times where, you know, I've had, for example, students come to me and mention that they've purchased courses previously from other people within the industry, and they didn't get the desired result that they wanted, and then they came to me basically, and I helped them out, basically got them, to where they wanted to go. But when you bring out an info product, that's obviously probably the easiest example to give you guys in terms of info products. If you create an info product, you don't really know what other people are promoting, because, like I said, it's behind the paywall. It's hard to see, what your competition is doing, so you don't really know where you are in terms of quality and where you are, in the ranks of amount of value that you're providing. So yes, you get people coming to you saying that the competition isn't getting them the results that they wanted, and that's why they're coming to you. But other than that, you're reliant on the feedback of others as to where your, in this case, info product ranks. So what we've actually been doing now is just going through the industry, not necessarily our direct industry. This is like I said, this is just a side project of ours that we've actually been working on since April now, and we've been purchasing basically our competition's info products, etc., to see, okay, where are we actually in the industry in terms of quality and in terms of value. And we've seen some really bad info products and basically coaching programs, etc., like where there's just absolutely just basic stuff like that. If you really wanted to know and find out how that works, you could also just Google it and find it out on YouTube. Like, people are just literally regurgitating what they find on YouTube and making an info product out of it. But like I said, yeah, we're working on something behind the scene. I don't want to say behind the scenes because it always sounds like, oh, big things coming. But basically, we've been working on a project together now, which has been a lot of fun. And like I said, we've been working on it since April, and we're getting to like the closing stages of like finishing off the product and launching it. In terms of the target audience, probably not the audience on YouTube, so I probably won't promote it as much on this channel. It is for a different type of audience, a bit more of a I don't want to say a sophisticated audience, because that might mean that you guys are not sophisticated. That's not what I'm trying to say in any way, shape or form. But basically people who are at a certain stage within their business that they do want to get to the next level, and that is not from beginner to intermediate to anything like that. This is basically an audience that the majority of the people watching, and I mean that with the most respect possible, that the majority of people watching my channel are not yet at, and then emphasis on yet, because like I said, we all have the power and the capabilities and the tools to get to that next level, of course. But anyway, it is now 10 to 2 in the afternoon. I've got an hour and 10 minutes until I think it's my last call of the day, my last meeting of the day, the last confirmed meeting anyway. We might have one more towards the end of the day, and then I've actually got a live, basically a live session at 7 PM, and then we'll probably wrap things up for today. Just trying to think, there's another golden nuggets I want to provide you guys with, not off the top of my head. But like I said, if I can think of anything that can help you guys out and provide value, I will probably let you know. Oh, are you serious? Hi Benjamin, how are you?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. How are you?
Okay, awesome.
Right guys, so that is the last sort of client meeting of the day done. Interesting clients. This is basically a client that we brought on last week. And the great thing about this client is we've got 30k a month ad budget. And the way we've basically set up the deal is that we've also get a percentage of the purchase conversion value, which we have done a few times in the past, but we did sort of lack the experience and the skills basically to make that profitable for us as well. Whereas this time, because I'm going to be doing all the media buying myself, as well as my head of operations, Elliot, will be also assisting with any of the campaigns. We know that we can really scale this for this client, and like I said, because we also get a percentage of the purchase conversion value, that could be very profitable for us as well, and potentially even more lucrative than the initial retainer. So like I said, that is interesting stuff. But for now, I have 3 hours until the live call, so I'll probably just take a quick break and then I'll continue with another deep work block. Just so you guys like sort of know what a deep work block entails, I switch my phone off. I don't necessarily use airplane mode. I do have the discipline now to when I mean I switch my phone off is I put it on night mode and I put it on the other side of my desk, or I'll put it in that little cabinet behind me. Like I said, I do have the discipline now to not need to put it on airplane mode. If I notice that I'm struggling with staying focused, I will use an app on my phone called Forest, and basically I'll plant a virtual tree, and then that sort of helps me, stay away from my phone and just focus on the task at hand. Before we wrap up this video, because I'll probably, to be fair, I'll probably show you guys a little snippet of that, the live basically in Ryan Wegner's group. But other than that, I'll probably wrap up this video fairly soon. I just want to pass on a few little golden nuggets that we actually discussed on yesterday's coaching call. So today is Monday. I'm actually uploading this at the same day, or of the same day of recording this video. And yesterday we had a guest speaker on the coaching call. His name is Richard Oakey, and is a friend of mine slash old business partner, if you will. We've worked on some projects together, and we also went to Affiliate World last December, and basically shared some war stories regarding affiliate marketing and just things about the industry, etc. But like I said, we had the honour of having him on the group call yesterday, and a few things that he mentioned to the rest of the group which I thought was really powerful and I'd like to share with you guys as well. The first one was basically learn fast and fail fast. And what he meant by that is, if there's something new within the industry, whether that is, like I said, you're getting into social media marketing, learn Facebook ads as quickly as you can and fail as quickly as you can. So get on the wrong clients, take on calls with the wrong clients, and of course you don't know prior to the call if it's the wrong clients or the right clients, but do not have this like perfection syndrome where everything needs to be perfect before you actually continue and do the outreach. For example, I had a chat with a guy the other week, and he is not doing any outreach until he has perfected his sales script. And I'm like, how do you know if your sales script is good or not if you're not doing any outreach? And he's like, oh yeah, I'm just, I'm tweaking it, I'm learning, I'm watching YouTube videos, and basically what I think you should do, and what Rich basically also said on the live call yesterday, is just go out and do it. Execution is key, okay? Knowledge is not power, it is potential power. Execution trumps knowledge every single day of the week. You need to be going out there, reaching out to business owners. Like I said, you will find out over time whether the business owner was a right fit for you or not. You need to learn fast and fail fast, because every single failure that you basically overcome within the first few days, weeks or months of your agency are basically key learning points, literally learning points of things and experiences that you don't, then after that you no longer need to experience, because okay, when I go this way, that is the wrong way to go. When I make this change into my agency, that is the wrong way to go. And then moving forward, you'll never ever make that mistake again. So learn fast and fail fast. And the second thing he mentioned in the coaching call was really focus on your energy. So if you notice that a client is not necessarily a right fit, or he wants something that without, outside of sort of your scope of work, then do not take that on, because your energy is the most important in the agency. And if a client is costing you a lot of energy, so basically he's draining your energy and distracting you from building your business, then is that really worth having that client on? Is that retainer in the short term really worth almost losing the rest of your business because you focus on this one client? So do not risk the growth of your business over one client and that retainer in the short term. So if you've got, for example, hypothetically speaking, you've got a Facebook ads client that wants you to do the email marketing as well, and is just grinding your gears about email marketing, Google ads, and all things like that, just drop the client and move on, because there are plenty more fish in the sea. There's enough, there's so many clients out there. If you really wanted to, you could drop that client and then have 2 more clients by the end of the week. that is the perception, or that not necessarily the perception, but that is the mindset that you need to have. And I truly believe that. I thought that was a very, very strong point. And like I said, I just wanted to basically pass that gold nugget onto you guys as well. So focus on your energy and learn fast and fail fast. And with that said, I'm going to take a little mini break, and I'll see you guys after the Ryan Wegner live. Okay guys, last order of business for today before we finish off like this video and this day is the live in Ryan's group. As you can see, I've basically converted my desk to standing desk, especially when I've got long meetings, coaching calls, anything like that. I like to basically have the desk in a standing position, just so I basically stand up for an extra hour rather than sitting down for an extra hour. I've got my ring light set up, I've got all the lights on in the room, and I've got my blue light blocking glasses on just because it is getting towards the end of the day, and especially with all this blue light coming my way, I do find that it gives me a headache, and it also basically influences how quickly I can get to sleep basically. So that's why I wear these blue light blocking glasses. There are prescription, by the way. I'm not like some kind of hipster, so I do actually have bad eyesight. Mine is 1.5, if that makes any sense to you guys, or if you guys have a prescription yourselves, you'll know what that means. But like I said, we have 3 minutes now, so what I'm going to do is set up the Facebook live stream and then go live in the Facebook group. Yo, what's going on guys? We are live again. Monday evening, favourite part of the week, as I mentioned in that post. 7 PM for me at the moment. I think for the majority of you guys, because I think most of you guys are based in the UK, it's 6 PM for you guys right now. So right about tea time, I'm guessing. But anyway, yeah, like I said, today we are live in Ryan's group, answering any questions related to Facebook ads, getting results for clients. Feel free to just ask me even general agency questions. There weren't too many questions under my post that I posted about an hour ago. So any Facebook ads or any agency ads, agency related questions, just feel free to send them my way. Ethan, how you doing, mate? Okay guys, that's the end of the live and probably the end of this video as well. To be fair, I wanted to end with something inspirational or motivational, but to be fair, I'm quite beat at the end of today. It's been quite a hectic day. Got a lot done, made a lot of moves, pushed that needle forward, and now it's basically time to wrap up, edit this video and try and get it out before midnight, and then tomorrow we just start everything all over again. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave this video a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, please consider doing so. I do try and publish at least 2 videos a week on entrepreneurship, online marketing, social media marketing, Facebook ads, anything along those lines. So if you find that interesting, then please consider subscribing. But for now, I'm going to wrap up this video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like, share, comment, and obviously subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.